Today we're going to install our Quadrafire upstairs. We've got a bigger stove that we put downstairs. We're going to bring our Quadrafire 2100 up here. The first thing we want to do though is prepare the flue to put the stovepipe in. The flue has a buildup of creosote inside, and we want to clean that out and prepare the flue to put the stovepipe in. So we're going to look inside of here with our flashlight and see all the creosote that we have all around this pipe. You can see it looks like a metal sleeve almost, gash or something, but it's a lot of stuff. So we're going to get in here with our arm. We're going to pull this stuff out. We don't want to shove it down in there on top of our flue. Alright, and then we're going to collect it all together and throw it out. Okay, so we wiped all the dust out of there and got all the creosote chunks out of there, and we used a wire brush a little bit, but there's really nothing built up on here that you have to be too concerned about scraping off with a wire brush. It all came off pretty easy. So we're gonna go ahead and use wet rags to wipe out the inside of this thing to clean it out a little bit better. Another reason why you want to get this wet is so that the furnace cement that we're going to be using will seal it and stick to it better. Make sure you get around the outside of it too, the face of it, so that the epoxy will stick out here too. It's furnace cement, black. Alright, we got a little bit left in there. We're going to use that up, and then we're going to go from another tub. Don't be afraid to goop this stuff on really thick. As you can see, we slathered it on pretty thick because there's a little bit of play in between the extender that we're going to put in here and the ring. We want it all to stick as well as possible. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this extender in this ring up in this hole. Now this ring goes on from the back side, and you'll see this ridge right here. And you want to get it tight. As you can see, there's a little bit of light you can see through there, and that's why we got extra stuff on the outside here. And we're going to put a glass door rope seal for a stove door on the inside of this ring also. All right, this is the brand name Imperial, the rope seal that we're going to be using. This is for usually the glass door that goes on the stove, but it works really good for what we're going to be using it for. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing the seal all the way around the smooth part of this extender and ring. We're going to put this rope seal right down into this ridge. You can see air through this ridge. So we're going to put it right down in the ridge to cover both the ridge, right down in here to cover the ridge and the extender. And you want to you don't want to remove the tape all at once. You want to stretch it, stick it. We're going to take this furnace cement, and we're going to run a little corner bead right along the edge of this rope, just to seal that up so no air gets through. Yep. Now we're going to stick the extender and the ring into the flue. All right. And Now we're gonna smooth some of this out. One thing that I want to let you know is that the extender might be different sizes. If you've got a very small flue, ours goes back for like a foot or two, you know, but there's some smaller, longer extenders or whatever, but you don't want anything extending past the flue pipe into your chimney space. You want it to be short of your chimney space. This excess, and I'm going over the seam with it so that no smoke can get out or get through there. Now that we got this all smoothed out inside of here, we're going to let it sit here for an hour. It has to cure for an hour before you hook your stove up to it and heat it up. Then we'll, when we do install the stove, we'll heat it up some more, a little bit at a time until it gets warm so that it can do a final cure.
That's what it looks like.
We're going to go ahead and hook up our Quadrafire. We got it upstairs. We got our 3/8 inch fireproof mat down. And we're going to take this 1 foot extension and we're going to hook it up to our extender there. Push it all the way in, nice and tight. Then we're going to take our elbow and hook that up. This is a stovepipe we're going to be installing for a Quadrafire. To get these things put together, they're kind of tricky. I already started on this end, but this end isn't quite together, so you have to bend it down a little bit in the middle until it clicks in. There we go. Eventually just pops in. So.
There, that's good.
Yeah. Right, we're going to take this 4 foot piece. We're going to put it down inside this Quadrafire, which is not easy to do. To get it down. Okay. And then we're going to measure how much we're going to have to cut off. So we're going to kind of get it up to about right here, and we're going to score it right up here, and then we'll cut that much off. We scored this pipe in a few different places. What we did is we scored it right here. That was even with the elbow, the end of the crimped elbow. And then we measured it, it was 3 1/8 inches. Then we went around, we made 3 1/8 inch marks all the way around it. Now that we have our reference marks, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. Go ahead and make my day.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, action.
Now we're going to go ahead and drill a hole all the way through this pipe so that we can put the damper in. That's the next step. So we got a little starter hole there.
You got level bubble. Straight through.
Okay. This is the damper that we're going to put inside of the stovepipe.
Okay. Nice.
So we've worked our way up to a 7/32 drill bit, and I think this is going to be our huckleberry. That'll do it. Now we're going to insert the pin all the way through, and what you want to do is move this U piece, maneuver it to where you get down, you hook it past that first little notch there, and that allows you to turn it. Open to get more air, closed to take away the oxygen from the fire.